Okay, good morning, students. Everyone, kindly switch on your videos, and after that, we'll start the class. Yes, everyone, kindly switch on your videos. Okay, so today we'll go with the presentation. Iban Rihun, you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you will present up on the life cycle of the malarial parasite. So explain in details about the sexual phase, asexual phase. Okay, both the phases. Okay, so you
Yes,
can start. Okay, so you can start now.
good morning, ma'am, and to all my dear friends. Uh, the topic that I'm going to explain is the life cycle of malarial parasite. Malaria is a mosquito-borne disease. It is caused by protozoan parasite of Plasmodium species like Plasmodium vivax, Plasmodium falciparum, Plasmodium malariae, and Plasmodium ovale. The life cycle of malaria. The malaria parasite undergoes two cycles, that is the human cycle, uh, which is also known as asexual phase, and the mosquito cycle, also known as sexual phase. Asexual cycle. The asexual cycle begins when an infected mosquito bites a person and injects infected sporozoid saliva into the blood circulation. This is the first stage of Plasmodium. Asexual cycle, it is also divided into two phases, which is known as the hepatic phase or exoerythrocytic phase and the erythrocytic phase. Within 30 to 60 minutes, sporozoids find their way through blood circulation to the first target, that is liver. The sporozoids enter the liver cells and start dividing, leading to cycons in 6 to 7 days. Each cycons give birth to thousands of merozoites that are released into the bloodstream, making the end of the exoerythrocytic phase. The exoerythrocytic phase is not pathogenic and does not produce any sign or symptoms of the disease. Now, the second phase, erythrocytic phase. Merozoites released into the bloodstream are directed towards the second target, that is the red blood cells. The first stage is the ring stage that evolves into trophozoites. The trophozoite stage will mature to erythrocytic cycons. Each cycons give birth to new generation merozoites that after red blood cells. After red blood cells rupture, they are released into the bloodstream. Second scenario into red blood cells is the positive differentiation into male and female gametes, which is non-pathogenic form of parasite. The second cycle, that is a sexual cycle. When the female Anopheles mosquito bites an infected person, it picks up these gametocytes with the blood. The gametocytes then mature into microgametes, which is a male, and macrogametes, female, during a process known as gametogenesis. In the mosquito pod, microgamete fertilize macrogamete, forming a zygote. The zygote becomes okinete, which penetrates the stomach wall of the mosquito and develops into oocyst. Which is on the outer surface of the stomach. In the oocyst, the okinete nucleus divides to produce thousands of sporozoites. The sporozoites, which is released into the mosquito cavity and find their way to the salivary gland. The period of time required for the development of parasite from the gametocyte to sporozoite stage in the body of the mosquito takes place is about 10 to 20 days, depending upon favorable conditions of the atmospheric temperature and humidity. This period is also referred to as extrinsic incubation period. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. It was a good presentation. Okay, good one. Okay, one thing I'd like to add here is you said about the gametocytic phase, right? So that trophozoite dividing into the male gamete and the female gamete, that takes place in the asexual phase only, okay, in human being. And this forms only the male gamete and female gamete, they enter into the mosquito, and after that they divide into the microgamete and the macrogamete, okay. But this division, no, into male gamete and female gamete, that takes place in the human being only, okay, that is in the asexual phase. Okay, so apart from it, everything was good and it was correct. Okay, and she was saying about the exoerythrocytic phase. So the exoerythrocytic phase, exo means outside, right? So when something is outside of the erythrocytic phase or outside of the RBCs, so that is the hepatic phase. Okay, exoerythrocytic phase is also the hepatic phase that she was saying about. Okay, so rest. Any doubts? Anything you would like to ask? Anyone? Any doubts? Okay. Uh, so here is one question, like when does the sporozoid they are liable, okay, listen to the question carefully, when are the sporozoids liable for getting transmitted into the human host? When are the sporozoids liable to get transmitted into the human host? Yes, are you getting the question? Like when are the sporozoids liable to get transmitted into the human host, or when do they get transmitted into the human host, in simple words? After the mosquito bites, okay. Others wants to add up something? After the infected mosquito bites the person. Okay, let me simplify the question. Okay, let me simplify the question. Like, if the question will be like, when, like, at what organs of the mosquito should the sporozoid be present to be transmitted into the human host? What should be the site? What should be the site for the sporozoids to get transmitted into the human host? Means at what site or in the mosquito they should be present. Like if they're present in the stomach of the mosquito, then at that point of time they do not get transmitted, right? So where should they be present to get transmitted into the human host? See, when this pathogen or this parasite is present, okay, see, when this pathogen or parasite is present in the stomach of the mosquito and the mosquito goes and bite a human being, so then it will not be transmitted, the parasite will not be transmitted into the human host. So where should the parasite be present for it to get transmitted into the human host? What is the site? Yes, salivary glands. Okay. So the sporozoids has to be present in the salivary glands of the mosquito to be transmitted, because even if the parasite is present in the stomach of the mosquito and the mosquito goes and bite the human being, that is not the infected form. Okay, that is not the pathogenic form. So only when the parasite is present in the salivary glands, only then it can be transmitted into the human host. Clear? Clear, everyone? And similarly, what should be the site in human being where this parasitic form should be present when they can get transmitted into the mosquito? Similar thing, in mosquito it should be present in the salivary gland to get transmitted into the human being. So in human being, at what site should this parasite be present so that whenever a mosquito bites that human being, that parasite goes into the mosquito? What is the site? Yes, I got one answer as bloodstream. Others? Yes, it should be present in the bloodstream. Okay, it should be present in the bloodstream because ultimately the mosquito sucks the blood, right? So it should be present in the bloodstream. So when the merozoites they attach to the receptor sites on the RBC, so what form does it take? When the merozoites they attach to the receptor site on the RBC, so what is the form? Merozoites plus receptor site on RBC. So what will be the parasitic form here? What is it called? Yes, it is known as trophozoite. Okay. What happens to the merozoite when they enter into the erythrocytic phase? What happens to the merozoites when they enter into the erythrocytic phase? Yes, some attach to the receptor sites on RBC and some are destroyed by the immune system. Good. But, okay, so the next question is, why are they destroyed by the immune system? Why does some of the merozoites are destroyed by the immune system? Yes. Anyone? Why are they destroyed by the immune system? Think of it. Okay, see, these merozoites, they are the parasitic forms, right? So, these are the pathogenic forms which enter from outside. These are the foreign bodies. So, whenever foreign bodies enter into your body, so the immune system cells, they get activated. So, ultimately, they think of destroying these foreign particles. Okay, so whenever they destroy these foreign particles, so some are destroyed by the immune system. That is, the answer is a simple one, that is, they are the foreign particles. That's it. So whenever any foreign particle enters your body has, yeah, the immune system activated. So the immune system acts against those foreign particles and ultimately they destroy them, and some of them escape and they go and attach to the receptor sites on the RBC. It's like crossing the border. It's like when crossing the border, the armies who are at the border, they try to kill the invaders, right? They try to kill the invaders or attack the invaders. So whichever they attack or kill, so those are destroyed, and whichever escape, those go and attach to the receptor sites on the RBC. So clear? Others, is it clear? You want me to repeat something or is it clear? Clear? Okay. Okay. So, Rohan, are you there? Rohan, are you there? Yes, Rohan, are you there? Okay, I don't know if this person is present or not, but till now, I think 4 students have given the presentation. Justilina, Sanjana, Jogal, and Iban Rihun. Okay, so others will also have to present. That is why I was calling your name. But if you do not want your internal marks, that's okay. Uh, I cannot help that. KV, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So tomorrow, can you present on the levels of prevention with some examples?
And prevention of
Levels of prevention. The primordial prevention, primary prevention, secondary and tertiary. This the levels of prevention with examples. Prevention of anything. You can take any disease and you can give the example of that particular disease or whatever I have discussed in the class. Like I have discussed about diabetes maybe, so you can take up that example also, or for coronary artery disease. But first you have to explain with definitions, okay, a detailed explanation of the levels of prevention, and then you will have to give the examples on it. Okay.
yes, ma'am.
Okay, and if you have any doubt you can ask me. Okay, you can ask me today, okay, during the preparation. Okay, so others also read the topic, the levels of prevention. Okay, so we'll end the class now, and I think the CR is absent. Any one of you can send me the attendance. Okay.